to the first Convergence of Wellness weekend for 2019. This is Cathy Hohmeyer, and I am with Michelle Doorey, and we are so excited to bring you our Winter Convergence of Wellness, Winter Rejuvenation, and that's going to be on January 18th, 19th, and 20th. So hi, Michelle.
Hi, thanks for having me.
We made it on. We had a few issues there, so the link might have changed, but we made it on. And if anybody comes in live and has found us now that we had to change the link, just comment below. And even if you're on the replay, please comment in the, below the video, or find us and we'll right away, Michelle, give people our contact. The retreat is going to be at lodgeonlakeclear.com. So I'm going to post that up. So they have that information right away. So this is where I am at the Lodge on Lake Clear. We're in Lake Clear, New York, if you're not familiar. Some of you may be in the area. This is close to Saranac Lake, so we're not too far. And even if you want to travel, we can give you directions and how to get here as well. But we're really excited to bring this to you this January 2019. And it's going to be different than a typical retreat. We have lots of bonuses. I kind of hate that, but extras that you don't get at a typical retreat. We have a Facebook page support group so that you can be on, even if you come to one retreat, you're going to be supported throughout. I know Michelle is awesome at supporting her groups, and I'm so excited to be working with Michelle as well. So Michelle, let's go through a little bit about what we're offering during the retreat. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, great. Well, I'm Michelle Doorey, and I had the pleasure of visiting the Lake Clear Lodge and was just awed by the setting. So this is, I'm thrilled to be heading back there to provide yoga and wellness and aromatherapy and toxin-free living with you all. And I'm basically, I was a high school English teacher for 22 years, and I found yoga about 8 years ago and started practicing and sort of made my way towards some yoga training and some essential oils, which actually really enhanced my practice. So now I share both of those as much as possible. And I do this kind of full time. So my life has taken a different turn, and it's amazing to just be able to help people to breathe is really my goal. And that really changes everything once we learn that. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm popping some words up on the screen here. Hopefully I'm typing them right. Forgive the typos if I type fast and they're in there. But yeah, so Michelle does yoga. So we're going to do a little bit of yoga through the retreat. It's generally a Friday through Sunday retreat. However, you can pop in if you want to come just Friday. If that's all you're able to come, that's okay. Just to, hey, Clara, how are you? Clara's going to be on my show. Clara just popped into our show, just saying hello. Clara's going to be on. Oh my gosh, Clara, I can't believe you logged on because you are going to be on the Akashic Academy show this same weekend. So that's awesome. I can't believe you popped on. Of course we can, right? But that's awesome. I do on Sundays, I do a show online, and Clara is my guest on Sunday, and she just popped on. So there you go. I mean, perfect example of synchronistic energies, awesome stuff that goes on when people get together, who are just having a great time with, working with people, being with people, using, Michelle and I will be doing, she'll be doing the yoga. I can't say I'm a yoga person at all, so maybe she's the one to introduce it to me. But I do essential oils as well. I cook with essential oils. I use essential oils. Michelle is coming from using essential oils with yoga and with food. And if I can get this picture up, Michelle, I had the greatest time. Here's a transformation essential oil, but let me see if I can find this picture. This picture, I think, or at least is one like it. I've been using essential oils for, I have to say, a good 15, 20 years within the things that I do. And I went to a pre-Christmas meal and essential oil workshop, I guess you could say. And we made things to take home. And I have to say that peppermint sugar scrub, the best use of sugar ever, that peppermint sugar scrub I have been using in the shower. Every time I'm tired, I go in and I take a shower with this peppermint sugar scrub and come out just amazing. And, you know, when in the wintertime, when your skin gets dry, it not only kind of sloughs off the dead cells, but also rejuvenates and then also has an oil. And I have been having so much fun with that. And I've never done that with my oils before, believe it or not. So I'm so excited to have Michelle come and we'll show people what they can do with their essential oils and just, you know, why they're so beneficial. So I don't know if you want to talk about essential oils for just a second, Michelle.
Yeah, and I do want to just hop back and say too, with the yoga piece, you know, when you said you weren't a yoga person, I tell everyone, if you can breathe, you can do yoga. So that is my goal, is to really get that stigma. Sometimes I think people think they have to be so flexible or they have to be so fit, they have to be this and that. And what yoga has done is it's just kind of stripped away all that judgment and allows us to just come into our space and just have gratitude for breathing and for our bodies. And so that's really where I go with that. When I started bringing my oils to yoga, what I noticed was just such a different level of Zen, so to speak. And I have people who come to class now who have been practicing yoga for 20, 30 years, and they've never used frankincense or peppermint or citrus oil with their practice. And I always hear the same thing. It's takes it to another level. So I use the oils, the way that I started to use them and why I share things like peppermint sugar scrub is because I was using a lot of toxic products in my home and on my skin. And on I just got a website up actually that I think Cathy was going to share, but my first blog, I'm kind of learning to blog, was really about that peppermint scrub and that aha moment I had. So when I took the class, we made a peppermint scrub with sugar, almond oil, and peppermint. And those were the 3 ingredients. And I tell everyone, I came home and I started looking at the scrubs that I was using because our skin's our largest organ. And they tell you, exfoliate, take care of your skin, all of that, right? We're brought up to see commercials and all of that. But there were 70 ingredients in my scrub, and the only ingredient I knew was water. So that was an aha moment for me. And that's why I teach people how to very easily make toxin-free products. And it's changed my whole life. I had respiratory issues. I had seasonal issues. And it was all those candles and those scrubs and the toxic cleaners that I was using in my home. So I'm a different person 4 years into using the oils. So.
Mm-hmm. And while you were talking, Michelle, Tenzin chimed in and he said, "Nice coat." So coat. So I said, I had him tell people where this was from. This is from Bhutan, and it's woven by nomads with yak wool. So when I was at the workshop with you, Tenzin, who is actually going to be with us as well on the retreat. And I'm so excited as well. We've been talking for years. Tenzin and his wife own a restaurant in Plattsburgh, New York. If you're ever in Plattsburgh, you've got to go to the restaurant. It's awesome. My family travels to Plattsburgh, which is about an hour away, just to go to the restaurant. And in fact, my son was there the other day, and we don't go to Plattsburgh unless we bring back takeout. It is just wonderful stuff. So finally, we've got this retreat, and Tenzin is going to come and do a lunch with us on Sunday afternoon. So don't miss out on that. He'll be the guest chef here for the wonderful ending of the retreat on Sunday. So you've got to come. Even if you can only come on Sunday for lunch, please do, because it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be kind of doing a kickoff from the retreat for the weekend and having lunch with Tenzin and his Himalayan Tibetan style food. So that's going to be awesome. Yeah. And I had to make sure I wore my coat today, Tenzin, because I love it.
Yes, that's our favorite place to eat. In fact, I think we're headed there tonight, Tenzin, so I'll see you there.
So along with some great food on Sunday, with Tenzin here doing kind of a mindful eating workshop, we'll be doing that through the weekend as well. I'll tell people about traditional food methods that really are helping to get us back into health, ways that people, it's not really about diet anymore per se. It's about the preparations that we do with our food and keeping the nutrients in our food. So that's the type of thing that I like to share. And teach people, because the old traditional methods, and they're not old, they're not hard. So I find a great way to explain these, but they're what are keeping us, or getting us back to health, I should say now. They didn't do the processes this way to keep themselves healthy per se. They did a lot of it in terms of preserving it through the year, things like probiotics and culturing, even sourdoughing, which I really kind of dislike that name, but it's really, sourdoughing eats the gluten. So we're going to learn a lot. If you haven't heard this philosophy before, you're going to learn a lot about traditional food preparations, and whatever you like to eat, you can turn them into a more, what they call nutrient dense, which is kind of a non-sexy term, but, nutrient dense food, so that you're preparing things and keeping the most value from your food dollar too, really. If you're spending money on organic, and just cooking it out, then you're really not doing yourself, the best service you could. So I love teaching these methods. It's proven by science, and I'll tell you all about it. I won't go into that anymore here. If you'd like to take a look at at the traditional food methods, I will put up a website that you can go to. It's westonaprice.com, .org. And I have been a chapter leader for, 15, 20 years, I think. And we had the creator of the Weston Price Foundation here for a workshop, and it was awesome. So I'm just going to let you know that if you want to take a sneak peek to that. Okay. And yoga, Michelle, for beginners and experienced during the retreat?
Absolutely, yes. Aroma yoga is pretty amazing in that you can do many different things with it. So aroma yoga classes range from gentle stretching or restorative class to, you can do a flow class where you're basically moving energy through the chakras. And I find that I was always very interested in chakras. And so the nerve endings in our body, our gut, our solar plexus being that largest nerve center, what we do is we move energy through, and it really helps to get any stagnancy out of our bodies. So that's, we do some flow. We can do, based on anybody's needs and any group, it could be different on any given day. So,
And Michelle, I don't think I've shown this to you when you were here, but I have it's a machine that actually connects to a server and can, we can see how balanced people's chakras are. I don't have a picture with me right now, but I can probably post it in the comments. It's called a BioWell machine, and people are using this when they're doing, they'll take a reading basically of your energetic field. Another parameter is how balanced the chakras are. And we can do this kind of before and after, and you'll see the difference in the balancing of your chakras. It's really cool. And we'll pull that out for the retreat. It's very unique. But when I saw that, I had to have one because energetic work that I do, and even yoga and essential oils, you go, okay, yeah, I feel better. But to see the difference in the intensity or the energetic field in diagram and percentages and graphs is really, really cool. So we'll pull that out for the retreat and do BioWell readings, and we'll do a before and after on their chakra balance. And I'm, guaranteed you guys will see a difference. It's really interesting.
Oh, that's neat. I've never done one of those. I actually have two, something I could bring that I use. It's called Nitovi scanner. And what it does is measures your body's frequency, basically. So it kind of pairs you with the oils at that time on that given day that your body needs to kind of balance itself. And it's really neat how for me, I use it if I start to feel a little under the wellness line, or My kids come home and they're a little off. We use that a lot, and it's been really, really helpful. And I did want to say too, I've got my frankincense here. I just find that, you know, when you just smelling the oil out of the bottle, what people need to understand about aromatherapy is just that it gets you kind of out of that thinking mind that we all are so bombarded with, gets right to the limbic system of the brain. And that's where our memories and our creativity and all of that stuff that sometimes we lose as we grow out of childhood, kind of brings you back to that. So that's a big piece of it.
I do a lot of, I call it energy work or whatever, but I just learned the chi receptors, not only kind of, and I know all the, or have in the past, can't do it like you just did, but with essential oils, but also our chi receptors or our energy receptors are, sometimes they're called adamantine particles. So the outer source energy around our field are actually in our nose. So when you breathe in, you're taking in energy and chi, and because sometimes I hear breathe through the mouth or breathe through the nose, but I was like, the nose has your chi receptors, your energy receptors. So adding on the essential oils and breathing them through the nose is really super powerful.
And that's the first thing I learned when I learned yoga that I didn't know either was inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. That's what really allows us to keep our energy instead of blowing it out, you know, through our mouth. And so that's really what we focus on, is getting that inhale through the nose, exhale as we move our bodies. And that's where that Zen and that, you know, it just kind of tunes you in, gets you in sync with your own body. But it also, I love aroma yoga really is also about knowing that our energies are connected, and it's about community. And so sometimes in an aroma yoga class, we even do a partner exercise. And that was really all new to me. I was going to yoga and just kind of sitting in the corner and saying, okay, I just need my quiet time away from the kids and the family. But really, it's helped me to connect with people more. And so.
And that's another, you know, I see Dr. Karen here chiming in a bit. And Dr. Karen hosted a retreat here in September. So, and, you know, I thought, okay, we've been doing a lot of things online with energy work and that type of thing. And when Dr. Karen had her retreat here, I thought, okay, we've got, and it was awesome. We had planned this for over a year, Karen and I, and, you know, her groups and some of my groups, and we got to meet each other. And I can't stress enough that I didn't know how wonderful it would be to actually connect with everybody. I've been doing so much online work, to connect with people one-to-one, face-to-face. I was like, uh-oh, am I going to like everybody as much as when I see them here? And oh my gosh, it was absolutely incredible. And I really loved everybody here. Everybody just was so happy to be with each other. So I can't stress enough the one-to-one contact that really does make a difference. The learning, the supercharge. I did everybody who wanted to on the BioWell before they left, and they were so high on the energy scale. They were literally supercharged that I had to go test my machine on some of my workers to see if it was actually working, because everybody was so high in energy, so balanced in energy. And I have to say the difference in energy level itself was a little varied, but the balance was amazing. And that's what I really loved, because the balance was so there. So it was just incredible to be with everybody. And again, if you can't be with us one-to-one in person here in Lake Clear, then I am going to offer some limited virtual links if you want to chime in, if you're way far away or just can't make it that weekend. Yeah, those will be up and about, but we wanted to let you know what was going to be going on this month, just in a couple of weeks, with Michelle, myself, Tenzin, who's going to be our special guest chef. My husband will be here offering a beer and wine workshop, or beer workshop if you want to. We actually have sleigh rides going that Saturday. If you want to book a sleigh ride, you can do that. And plenty of time. We didn't want to forget to tell them, Michelle, about having some free time, right?
Yes. It's such a perfect setting to just have some downtime, take a walk in the woods. It's beautiful, overlooking the lake. And I just instantly felt relaxed and wanted to invite in fact, we brought our family back there for Christmas and had a wonderful night and stayed overnight. And I think you touched on, Cathy, it's reconnecting, and we've just gotten away from, sometimes now in the age of technology, those connections aren't as they used to be. So I think this will be great for anyone just wanting to reconnect with themselves, reconnect with their spouse, a friend, or our, just community of wellness. I think it'll be wonderful.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people and said, oh, how was your Christmas? How are your holidays? And they go, oh, they were really good, but I'm glad they're over. They were so busy and I'm so stressed now. So, that's not what holidays are supposed to be about. But
Right.
Sometimes you do just have to take a break and do something for yourself so you can be stronger for your family. It took me a long time to learn that, going, okay, because I spent a lot of money on an energy session one time, and the guy goes, because I said, well, I want to help my son, or I want to help my blah, blah, blah. And he goes, no, you got to work on yourself first. You are depleted. You have to work on you. So
Right.
That was a big lesson to go, oh yeah, kind of like being the airplane, taking the air, but it's hard for us to do that, but it's really important because then you can teach others too. So
Yes.
yeah. So, okay. So we'll have a weekend of downtime, a little bit of yoga, real foods, meals and preparations, special guest chef with Tenzin and his Himalayan food. Let's see, what else have we got going? The essential oils workshop, and to either introduce people to essential oils or tell them the great things that they can do. Said I've been using them for 15, 20 years. And the workshop I went to with you, it was like, oh yeah, I've never spent the time to do that. I use them different ways. So there's always something more to learn.
Right. Just with the starter kit, when I got that, it has 11 oils and you can make hundreds of things just with a few ingredients. So bath salts were my next thing that I was spending money on. And lavender bath salts, it takes about 30 seconds to make, and amazing, and bath salts, they detox your body. So taking a nice soak and an Epsom bath, and yeah, there's all kinds of ways to use them in your daily life, and to stop buying things with chemicals, and use real plant-based products.
Yeah. I'll put the link. So I just put up the Lodge on Lake Clear. Actually, we have a live webcam there. If anybody ever wants to go to, I'm going to put this back up. If you want to go to Lodge on Lake Clear, there's a live webcam. On the homepage, there'll be a video on top. But if you scroll down, we have a webcam on our lake. And just to let people know, there is a beautiful healing portal on that lake. And it's pretty much where the shot goes out over St. Regis Mountain. So anytime you want to log on and see what the weather's like or see a beautiful sunset, log on and go down to our live webcam, and you'll see a gorgeous sunset over Lake Clear. Right now we've got snow, so you can take a look at that and see our beachfront there. So there's a live webcam before. Down on the bottom of that page, the link to... let me hide that. The link to register for the retreat, I'll be putting down under, it's a Eventbrite link. Or if you want to call me, I'll actually put my phone number up too. If you want to know more, you can call me at the lodge. I'll put up the phone. It's 518-891-1489. I do have an Eventbrite link that you can schedule on, but if you want to book directly with me, you can. We have a special, I guess we better go into our specials there. We have a special early bird price that I thought really cool to have until the 1/1/1, until January 11th. There'll be an early bird price for the retreat. The lodgings, if you want to stay, are $79 per person per adult per night in a shared lodging. So our lodgings are beautiful chalets with fireplace. You may be set in a different setting, but they're really cool lodgings. It's not the typical hotel room by any means. We're on 25 acres. If you don't know anything about the lodge, we're on 25 acres. We have cross-country skis and snowshoes that you can use. We have our own private trails right here on the property. And again, the sleigh rides on Saturday night, even if you want to chime in. There's that. And then you also schedule the retreat, whether you want to do a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, all three. We have different options. So if it's not clear, or if you want to know more or how you can chime in, or if you want the, there you go. There's Chris saying, good job, Cathy and Michelle. And Clara, I can't believe you logged on. I am so excited. Again, I'll tell folks about Clara. We do, like I said, we do online shows a lot, and Clara's my guest on Sunday. It's at 1 o'clock, so you can see Clara and I live on Sunday. She's going to tell you what she does. In fact, she did an amazing session about our property here. And I won't go into that, but it was just amazing, energetic session, really confirming that this is a sacred place. And it was so cool because I didn't plan the session. Clara didn't plan the session. I just logged on with her one time, and we just did kind of a business model. She does family constellations, and Clara, you're welcome to put things in the chat with your website too. She does amazing things with family constellations and family energetic work from a distance. So you can find her as well. So that's really cool that she logged on, because we'll have her here on Sunday after the lunch as well. You can come in live with me if you're at the lodge, or you can chime in. We'll send the link out as well. Okay. Anything I forgot, Michelle? I will put the booking link in the comments. People can ask questions in the comments, and then we hope to see you here.
Yes. Can't wait to meet some of you, and it will be wonderful.
Yeah, and thanks for everyone for logging in and telling, commenting. If you're seeing the replay, comment below, and we'll hopefully see that and answer your questions, or you can call me right at the lodge, and then Michelle and I are both online on Facebook. Okay. All right. Well, I'm really excited. Michelle, thank you for chiming in. And I am very much looking forward to the weekend, January 18th, 19th, and 20th, which is Martin Luther King weekend. So it is a holiday weekend. Monday's a holiday. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and hope to see you here. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.